Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Harvester blind. I'm here at the Pottsdam residence, which I do believe is where Stephanie lives, whom I'm supposed to marry. So, let's look around. This funerary urn is the cabinet's sole occupant. A funeral... okay. A giant mutant asparagus, inexplicably robust given the fact it's encased in red concrete. Perhaps the healthful electromagnetic fields of harvest? The ashtray is shaped like a particular human organ, which shall remain nameless. The man of the house, squeezing his meat. In this case, literally, luckily for me. The upholstery is stained after years of profuse sweating. The empty shelves are a testament to the Pottsdam household's rigorous intellectual standards. Almost made of leather polyester.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Pottsdam household? Huh?
I'm not going to tell him I've lost my memory because he would be pretty furious at that, right? I came over to see Stephanie.
Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
Meat?
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Father?
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room. I hear him moaning, but that's all.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right?
Probably the slaughterhouse.
I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
To be honest, I could imagine plenty of better jobs. Even in the regular world, and especially in harvest, because it seems they are mostly butchering like cats and possibly wild animals off the streets. I don't particularly want to work in a slaughterhouse.
Bite your tongue with that serpent's tooth. Your dad's slaughterhouse is the most successful business in harvest. You'll love it there. Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Yeah, what about Stephanie though? Why is Stephanie grounded?
Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Pottsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, You'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat. Won't you?
Yeah, about the marriage.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor, since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat.
Mr. Moynihan?
Moynihan is the undertaker. He also runs the Wayward Hotel. Since he's providing the space for the wedding, you might stop by and say hello to him, just to be sociable. But whatever you do, be sure to say hi to your father for me. Will you do that? Tell him hi, and remind him of the meat.
Yeah, but what was the other thing? The lodge.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood.
Okay. The entire kitchen has a minty fresh look and scent. A plastic plant with freshly watered soil, along with a little styrofoam bowl. The icebox is locked. Bushes are preventing it from opening.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
I guess you do kind of look like my mom, except for the hair. But that's a pretty weird thing to say.
Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same kind of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies. The Harvest Charity Bake Sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Pottsdam Jr. can be counted on to do her share.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird thing to say. I'll grant her that. What about the pearls?
Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times. What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Pottsdam would know about sitcoms. Stephanie doesn't watch TV, though. She's grounded.
Yeah, what about the bake sale, though?
This charity bake sale, what is it supposed to benefit?
Oh, I just like talking about gruesome subjects. When you get right down to it, all charity is pretty ugly, isn't it?
I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He organized this event, in conjunction with the lodge, naturally.
Mr. Moynihan?
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge. The order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Pottsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
The lodge?
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Pottsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
What about Mr. Pottsdam?
You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Pottsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Okay, about the wedding.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Pottsdam.
Okay, what about Stephanie?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't
What?
catch that.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Give my regards to your parents.
So wait, I can't talk to her?
Hello, dear. Come to see Stephanie, have you?
I did, yes.
She's upstairs. Go right on up. Just remember, she's grounded until the wedding. Mr. Pottsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Pottsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Pottsdam wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute.
Well, will you let her out?
Not a chance, Steve. Mr. Pottsdam wouldn't like it. If you'd like to see her, it's fine with me. Go upstairs and turn right. Now, excuse me, I'm trying to get ready for the bake sale.
Okay.
Give my regards to your parents.
Okay, this is the bathroom. Wads of used tissues fill the trash can. Some are stacked to the side. Mr. Pottsdam has been taking this plastic plant joke too far. The towels are as stiff as broads. A thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of ceramic, and the rubber ducky has seen better days. The window affords a spectacular view of the aluminum siding. Okay. Wait, what? Feels like coarse sandpaper. It would be painful to wipe with this stuff. She's purdy. Here's one overly used paper towel. The medicine cabinet reeks of various toiletries. Dental floss, 300 yards of it. Scattering of band-aids. Be sure to roll up the tube from the bottom. Tampons. Better ask Stephanie about these. New zippy vitamins will pick you up. Aspirin. A jar of extra strength oral lube, great for getting in and out of tight spots. 1 hour cough medicine. Yeast disinfectant, not to be used for baking cookies. So is that for like a yeast infection? Presumably. Is that what the game is going to feature as well? This plastic plant is apparently dead. Well, aren't all plastic plants? Somebody has been using this plastic plant as a toilet. It's covered with what appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot. Okay, all pretty disgusting. The picture on the wall is hanging a bit crooked. Oh. Okay, so I assume that was Stephanie. That I just looked at. Okay, this just repeats. I was trying to cover it again. Because of obviously, I thought if I don't cover it, people will know that I did that. This plaque has its metal plate removed. This device is slowly releasing noxious-smelling chemicals into the hallway. It's made of high-tech Tupperware. As plastic plants go, this one seems cool. Several books about red meat and its importance to living well. This plastic plant needs a good watering. Your makeup looks just fine. You know, it's one of those things. This plastic plant has had enough water to last for a while. A closet door won't budge. Okay, so let's explore Stephanie's room then. She has a nice taste. Just like the one back home, except pink.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
Those people, so presumably your parents.
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
I know what you mean. I don't belong here.
Do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody, a bad joke with mother as the punchline. Does that make any sense?
Yes, actually it does make a lot of sense, given that she is my mother, theoretically, as well, copied and pasted with a different parody of something. I believe me, I understand.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it that way. I thought I was going crazy.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
What about the supposed wedding?
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
Well, don't worry about the wedding. It isn't going to happen unless we both... No? Oh, I think it's stuck. Which is partially...
No.
If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Pottsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Pottsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
Yeah, what do you know about the lodge?
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest blood drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Yeah, I doubt I can solve anything without going to the lodge, seeing how I've been all over town and accomplished nothing. So what about the escape plan?
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that.
I do think you're right. The people are not just eccentric, they are outright insane. And sometimes violently so.
Of course I'm right.
Okay, what about the amnesia that we both seem to share?
Maybe my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
Have you been able to remember anything else? Anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. Liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
Well, we just talked about it. I'm not really sure. What else could we talk about?
You're not making sense. You're not making sense.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Of course.
Okay. I think that's it for now.
Come back and visit me soon, okay? Steve, it's good to talk to you, but if we're going to escape this wedding thing, you'd better start learning some things about Harvest. And I think you might want to start at the lodge.
What? That's the exact opposite of what you said the other time.
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
But I do think you're actually correct, because that's literally the last place I can explore in this town. So, you know. How do I actually leave? Is it through the kitchen?
Why not go upstairs and talk to Stephanie? She'd enjoy the company. And while you're upstairs, feel free to floss.
Why are you so obsessed with flossing?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Well, I guess I'm
Give
not
my
going,
regards to your parents.
not going to know. But I also don't know how to get out. Oh, it's very particular about where I'm supposed to be clicking. I can't click in here, and I can't click to the bottom of that. I must click in like the middle of it. So let's go to the lodge then finally, because it's literally the last place I can visit. Alarming green sludge oozes from the drain. The masonry looks as though it might be from the Dark Ages. Red eyes gleam with eerie malevolence from the darkness. It looks as ancient as the building itself. Okay, Sergeant at Arms. Well,
only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Well, what kind of knowledge?
Forbidden knowledge of forgotten pleasures, and pleasures as yet undiscovered. But such is not for the likes of you. Not yet. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
Well, give me an application then.
Applications are available at the post office. Postmaster Boyle disseminates them to the uninitiated. I do not sully my hands.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you one in the middle of the month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however, bring it to me. And if you are worthy, you will be put to the test.
Okay, I kind of like his voice.
Have you obtained an application from the postmaster?
Not yet.
If you would find knowledge, you must seek it from the first realization of the wanting.
Okay, I'll find an application.
Whether you do or not matters little to me. Many are called, but few chosen.
Okay, so let's go back to the post office, I guess, and try to talk with the guy.
Sorry, son, no time to talk. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor hell shall keep the mail from its appointed rounds.
Application.
I certainly don't wish to discourage you from joining, young man. That's just what you should be striving for. But I can't break the rules for you. You keep trying. You'll get in eventually.
Okay.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
So, there are a few loose threads. Like, the guy at the police station wants porn from the shop, and I suppose it might be linked to the evidence room and the evidence of the arson at the newspaper station. So I might be able to do something with that. There's also a cup, crushed cup with a smudged lipstick on it. I saw it last time and nothing came of it. I'll swing by my house again. To see if my mom has anything to say. Or Hank.
Leave me alone, will ya? This is the good part. Good. Finally.
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank, or go next door and visit Stephanie, or go get an early start on your new job? Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
Can I open the door with the screwdriver, maybe? Straight slot screwdriver.
Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Okay, no. But I do seem to remember Phillips head screws on this. So it's not going to work.
Damn it.
But I do remember the phrasing, I think, about the straight slot. Okay, I think I'm going to go go to the shop and try to bind the porn mags for the cop. But I'm going to do that next time, because this episode has been long enough. So let me save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!